To get hot, I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun.
Is it going to be a fun 4 years? You're listening to the voice of the people, USA Radio Network, where free speech thrives and political correctness dies. The home of POLITI-SHOCK, not for the easily offended. Every Thursday at 6 p.m., coming at you straight between the eyes with truth and balls. So if you're one of the shaky little sickly, weakly, fragile, puny, feeble pussies, holy shit, did you stumble into the wrong place? Maybe you'll learn something for once. You're listening to the voice of the People USA Radio Network. Unadulterated truth, guaranteed. Here's your host, Dan Smiriglio.
And we are live again. Woo! Sorry, I hit the loud button there. Welcome back to Thursday Night POLITI-SHOCK. And yeah, it is 6 p.m. on the West Coast at least. So we're not completely lying to you. And yes, we need new audio. I promise you, I'm working on it. So we just completed our first show. Happy to be joined by VWE and everybody in the chat room. Appreciate it as always. And now we are back with Thursday Night POLITI-SHOCK number 2 with very special guests. It's been a while. We have the dynamic duo, the badass fucking bros, NC and JC of Technical Work Rate Productions in the house. What's up, gentlemen? Uh-oh. Are they there? NCJC, can you hear us? Uh-oh. It isn't just me this time.
Yo, Dan, they ran away. You scared them off. Did you see that? They just dropped.
No. See, we were talking about technical difficulties with Technical Work Rate Productions. No, dude, they'll be back. See, they're here.
Wow, we're here.
Yo, that's the way to make a dynamic entrance, dude.
Oh, shit. Us with always the technical work rate difficulties, but here we are.
What's up, bros?
Oh, you know, just had a bomb-ass meal, so we're here to chill with some cool people and talk about some politi shit.
Politi shit. As always, happy to be oh my God. It's got to be the meds. Jesus Christ. Don't worry, it wasn't a vaccine. We are happy to be joined by NC and JC. And we have Elias and we have Ace and do we have Logan? I don't know if Logan's here or not. We got to invite Logan again. But
no, he didn't make it.
That prick.
You didn't even send him an invite.
I'm doing it now. So listen, real quick before you got it. Before we go into the conversation, I just want to say stop the political persecution of the Blueprint Matt Morgan. God damn it.
Yes. Oh, come on. Yeah. I don't care if he was colluding with Russians or whatever that crazy rumor is. Just bring that man on VOP, damn it.
Yes, god damn, because I feel like the asshole, and I know TWRP freaking did the drop too, but it comes down to me being the asshole advertising a guest, and it's like, yo, it wasn't because he wasn't going to be here, but, you know, apparently, you know, somebody donated to him that has a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who knows a Russian somewhere, so of course, you know, we gotta demonize him and gag him and everything else, so damn it, we will get Matt Morgan on the show, and it will be with TWRP. Damn it. That is all.
Yeah.
So, right? So my apologies, but hell, for the first hour of this 2-hour show, we get to be joined by NC and JC, so I'm friggin' stoked. So, gents, first off, what's on your mind? Anything special that you want to hit right off the jump?
Okay, so recently we were talking about on the news about how Becky Lynch is planning a return, and JC would like to share his personal feelings about Becky Lynch making a return to WWE.
I don't like it. It's not cool with me, man. It's just going to be garbage. I'm not going to be very verbose on this. Just I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of comparing what's worse in my mind, a fake pandemic or Becky Lynch.
Hey, yeah, and I hear you on that totally. If we're talking about world issues, the one thing that's been weighing on everybody's mind here in the States is the gas prices. Holy shit. They are crazy as fuck. I saw an article earlier that people in Virginia are paying $7 a gallon. Yep. $7 a fucking gallon. Here I live in Southern California, so as summer hits, we're going to be paying $9 a gallon.
What are we paying now?
I haven't.
We're paying $4.50.
Luckily, I filled up before the hack happened, so I got it at I got it at a fairly good price. I got it at $3.80.
That's before the hack.
That was before the hack. Fuck. Can you imagine what it's going to be afterward?
The hack would be hack. Yeah, I was saying during the first show that exactly 1 year ago today, we filled up for $1.15 a gallon, and today I had to do $3.15. Mostly it's $3.19, $3.29, or $3.69 here, so it kind of ranges. But I got lucky, so yeah. And people fucking filling up trash bags with gasoline, very biodegradable,
right?
Did you see that disgusting rancid bitch? The Secretary of Energy, the former governor of Michigan, laughing as she said, well, Joe Biden wants to have a zero carbon footprint by 2040. And, well, if everybody had electric cars, you bitch. Like,
not everybody can afford an electric car.
Right.
So are they going to give us the money to buy it?
And it's not like charging stations are everywhere you look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just thought that was so fucking repulsive. It's like, we know your drill. And like I said during the other show, listen, there's only one Russian hacker that I know that shut down a pipeline. And his name is hard to pronounce. And it may be hard to pronounce for me because I can't talk for shit tonight. And his name is Comrade Joe Biden. So, listen, I mean, does any of this shit surprise you? Because we heard about the gas shortages coming. And then amazingly, we had to have it was a Russian hacker. Of course it was.
Well, and if you've been following our Serious Question News over on our Question Everything Anon channel, shameless plug, mind you, you would know that we talked about how the WEF, who are infamous for planning world events that actually happen, this is a proven track record by now, the WEF have a planned simulation for a cyber attack worldwide in July.
Yep.
So that right there tells you that they already had seeds planted to get this going here in the States and take out the power grid. And they're going to blame it on the Chinese, and that's going to lead towards World War III.
And here's the thing. Do you think they're going to blame the Chinese? They're just going to keep blaming it on the Russians? Because, I mean, let's face it. Look what he did with trade winds. Yeah. Well, China kind of bitch slapped Biden in Alaska there a couple of months ago and made a mockery out of him. But I thought it was entertaining when you literally said Operation Trade Winds that we know was a China hack. It was proven. And then he said that Russia is responsible and we'll retaliate at a time of our choosing. Like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just amazing to me, the elevated conflicts that we're having in the world right now, all at the same time. Notice that?
Absolutely.
I mean, I want to ask your opinion because this was brought up at the end of the last show. And, you know, I have my views and we're probably going to be more on the same page with this. I know a lot of people are like wholeheartedly pro-Israel or pro-Palestine and everything else. I look at it from the bigger picture. And I see this all as deliberate and done by design. But what are your feelings on that?
Oh, of course. Everything has been done by design for the longest time. And it was really once the Illuminati got their foothold here in the States and started hooking up with all these countries, getting in synchronicity with all these world leaders, and really working on a global scale to put evil out there. Once they started getting that going, it was a nonstop train of them planning out when shit happens. They plan for chaos because this chaos to them, if it's orchestrated on a certain date at a certain time, is very powerful to them. They are weird witches, and while we personally don't believe in the beliefs that they believe in, what these crazy people believe in is that if they do a negative event on a certain date at a certain time, that there will be a cosmic energy shift towards their favor and will grant them good luck and goodwill. And it's sad that they actually believe something like that, but that's what these people, these very rich, powerful, elite people who decide world events do. And they've done this at multiple locations. The most infamous would be the Bohemian Grove. Right. Alex Jones has talked extensively about it. Yeah. But now they're meeting at more private places because they want to keep out of the public eye. I mean, you can just see from, what is it, the G5 summit with George Soros walking up and then being like, "You globalist scumbag!" and screaming at him. It's obvious. This shit is worldwide now. The enemies are known. And especially over in foreign countries, like over in Europe, they are hardcore about this shit. Here in the States, we're kind of lukewarm on it. We're warming up, but over there, they are hot on this shit. Over in South America, they are hot on this shit. And they know about what these psychotic world leaders are doing. And they're raising attention about it, which is what I wish America would do more of. But I understand America is blissfully unaware. That's just how it is. But I think that everything happens by design, and it's not only done for ritualistic purposes, but it's also done for power and world gain. And you have to notice, too, that every time we head towards a war or we head towards a conflict overseas, that there's always some sort of heavy investment towards, whether it be weapons, armory. There's always a heavy investment towards profit for war. And you'll notice that in the market. And that's why all these defense companies really start booming right before a war.
Yep.
And you also see it in just the influx of power now, as far as like these world leaders dropping hints on what assets they're going to get invested in and letting you know ahead of time, hey, we're going to crash this so we can buy it dirt cheap and make a lot of money off of it.
Damn straight.
Every single thing in this society that we see on TV that is part of the Big Six umbrella is controlled, and it always will be controlled. And the more that people realize that news is faker than pro wrestling, the better. Because that's the situation right here, is what you see on TV is acting. Anytime you turn on, like whether it be MSNBC, Fox, CNN, no matter what outlet you go to, it is all acting. And the reason why people take such stock in believing that the news is gospel, it's because that's what they've been literally programmed to believe. There's a reason why we call TV television programming, because it programs you to believe a certain way about a certain thing. So I think that they're going to keep on rolling, and they're going to intensify the situation coming up. We will probably do a Question Everything World War III Part 2, just to kind of let people know a little bit more about the situation, because we only had vague details back then, but now the picture is really starting to come together. And yeah, we're going to definitely go in depth about this, and we expect for shit to hit the fan by probably 2025. We're not trying to doom and gloom. We're just trying to prepare people mentally and physically, even spiritually, for what they're about to experience. It's going to be a roller coaster, and I'm ready.
Yeah, and I think you nailed it on the head. And it was something that Ace actually did a rant on in the last show, which was brilliantly done, where she said, basically look at the bigger picture. And it's easy for me to sit here and make fun of Biden and everything else, but it's the powers behind and the entities behind of all these people that are pulling the strings here and making this shit a reality and creating the illusion of reality and the illusion of free will while they're fucking steamrolling us right into the end times for them.
Well, and the craziest thing is that the CIA has even disclosed a document that states that our reality is a hologram.
Yes.
This is the CIA. The Central Intelligence Agency, and they're putting out a document that states that the reality that we live in is a holographic projection.
Literally D-class. Yes. Oh, dude. I am happy you brought that up. I wish I had the name of it off the top of my head, but I know exactly what you're referring to. And again, hidden in plain sight. Yep. I mean, that's just like their plans for, I know this sounds funny and some people will freak out, alien attacks and shit like that. They literally have plans how to simulate an alien attack to get the I mean, dude, come on.
Well, and that's why they've invested so much into Project Bluebeam and really getting good with these holograms to the point where they're fooling people. Like, I don't know if you ever saw the video footage of it, but they did this over China. They showed a city with Project Bluebeam over the coast of China, and it looked like a city floating in the ocean. Like, if I was walking down the street, it would be indiscernible to me.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
so I would just say for anybody who wants to check that out, go into Google or go into YouTube and type in Project Bluebeam China. It'll pop right up.
They let that stay on YouTube. I love that. I love that. That shit always mystifies me. That can stay on YouTube. Event 201 can stay on Netflix and all this other shit. Literally right there for the world to see, and people just cannot understand it, or they're just not programmed to understand it, as sad as that is. You know, it's look at people think we're fucking conspiracy theorists when we talk about weather modification and shit like that and HARP. Like, look at China admitted it in 2008. It was when the Olympics were over there, that they're going to use weather controlling technology to make sure they have good weather and less smog for the Olympic Games. And did you look at the greatest part was this shit was broken down by meteorologists that after the inauguration here, the mystical satellite images of weather patterns and the polar vortex, how this odd black line went right down through the middle of the polar vortex, and then within 12 to 24 hours is when Texas had their magical mystical deep freeze.
Go figure.
Amazing, but oh no, we're conspiracy theorists. We say that we're lying, we're crazy, we're this, we're that. They were able to make hurricanes dissipate off the coast, off the Atlantic coast in 1942, fearing an attack by the Japanese. My grandfather told me about it. It was later declassified in 1989. Okay, so if they've been able to make hurricanes disappear in the 40s, what can they do now?
Well, and not only that, but there's footage on YouTube and TikTok of people trying to burn this fake snow that's falling from the sky. It can't burn. It doesn't burn.
The black snow. Isn't that amazing? It's just, and people think we're fucking crazy if we talk about it, but whatever. I'm happy you brought that shit up because it all kind of plays into everything that's going on. So we'll touch on it real quick because it came up during the last show and it was just kind of funny. Shout out to the cool ass fans of the IWC and the fans that all came together on Tuesday night, which we had almost 4,000 listens now to the Smarkbusters and TWRP show on Truly Uncensored. Yes. And, we were just kind of shitting on the ones that want everybody to fight with everybody. And it's like,
you know what? I look at fans like that. You're an immature little kid. If you want to start drama and beef between adults, you're on the verge of being a little girl. Because the way I look at it is these motherfuckers that I'm talking about, like these psycho fans. Because don't get me wrong, Smarkbusters has some pretty cool fucking fans. Yeah. But there's a select few that are just absolutely bullshit insane, and they go ahead and they do weird shit like trying to start beef and trying to start drama between two YouTubers who want any drama, but their lives are so devoid of anything entertaining that they feel the need to be like little girls and go and start drama and beef. Girls like drama, not dudes. That's what I was raised to believe.
Right, yeah.
So what the fuck is this shit I'm seeing on these comment threads?
Yep. It's kind of sad, right? In VWE, bro. Anyway, literally, it was kind of comical. But you know what you're saying is kind of hate speech. There, I just want to point that out to you.
Now I'm getting flagged.
Yeah, I'm gonna personally have to report you for that. Because you saying that people could be little girls or drama related. That's pretty harsh. That's like calling somebody a fucking idiot. You know, I can tell you to die. I'm gonna kill your family. I hope you all die. I hope you all get COVID and die. I hope you die of this. I hope you die of that. That's cool. That's okay. That's loving. But
because
just don't.
It's in jest. It's in jest. But how dare you insult me like that? That's it's a personal attack.
Exactly. I just want to share that in case you don't know, because I've read the the Twitter guidelines now. Fuck censorship. Obviously. Oh, and thank you for sharing my Dan Smirglio Twitter account. Appreciate that. So,
yeah, dude, no problem.
Yeah, like I said, that's a good week when we're getting our Twitter shut down and our YouTube shut down all in the same week. That's how you know we're over the target even more so, huh?
Well, that's a synchronized attack right there to me. And even, I hate to say it, with a certain streaming provider and their mishaps, wink, wink, even with a situation like that, you have to think that, hey, man, it's all adding up. What are they trying to do here?
Yep. You know, it's all coming from one place, and the intent is there. Yep. Believe me, I was having fun shitting on, certain happenings. Anyway, so while we have you, I want to know your freaking overall view of the state of shit going on today. And I know that's kind of a 30,000 foot fucking question here, but I got to ask, have you seen the insanity of people and the fear mongering or living in fear and everything else lessen or increase in your side of the country? I'm curious because, and I'm referring to the constant fear porn that everybody's being fed. Because, science changed in the last 12 hours because now if you have the vaccine, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. Everything's cool. So I just want to know, when your side of the world, has it gotten better or has it gotten worse, or are more people waking up?
I would hate to say that more people are waking up, but that's just not the situation. It seems like almost every other person at my work has gotten that thing or knows somebody that has gotten that thing. And it's a situation where I'm just even people that I used to have a lot of faith in. And there's this one guy that I work with who he's a hardcore Christian. And then he's saying that he got both shots because his wife told him to get both shots. That kind of just made me be like, all right, well, this is going to cause a shift. And when I mean cause a shift, what it's going to do is you're going to start to see a lot of division, and this is by design, mind you, a lot of division between family members and friends over this political issue. Yeah. And that's what it's come to nowadays, is that they've made something like this, which is could be perceived as fakery to most people that at least have an above average intelligence. But unfortunately, under the mask guise of the civilization we live in, most of these people think that this is real, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to be very threatened by it. If you cough in a grocery store, they're going to give you a dirty look. They're going to always freak out over that 6 foot distance crap. I had one woman, mind you, turn behind me while I was waiting in line. I was maybe about 4 feet away, and most of it was my shopping cart, which was taking up that distance. I was waiting behind it. And she's like, do you mind? And I'm like, what's the issue? And she's like, you're not in a 6 foot distance. And I'm like, I have a mask and gloves on. Don't worry about it. And she looked over at the managers over at the little check stand area and was trying to flag them down. And I was like, chill out, psycho. I'll move my cart. And I pulled it back. But that's the type of people that are in society. And you're going to find it more so in the metropolitan areas, I think. And out in the sticks, you're not going to have to worry about people like that. I think most people are kind of woke up out there. But anytime you're in the city, you're going to have to deal with a lot of fucktards. A lot of people just taking this shit as gospel, and they're living their life by it. And they will believe what their big daddy CNN tells them to believe. And that's as sad as it is. And it seemingly will never change until we have a way of taking out electronics, until we have a way of getting people broken from the spell that they're in and getting to the point where they're actually talking to their fellow man and their fellow woman about ideas and about concepts and about actually questioning society around them instead of being told what to do, what to think, what to wear, what to eat, where to go. I mean, that's all people want to be told nowadays is what to do. They do not want to think for themselves. They do not want to be creative. Everything is to the point of, here it is, take it. Okay, well, now I don't have to worry about that or think about that. And it's sad. JC, what do you think about that?
I agree. I completely agree. I just think people are scared and they're just it's almost like they're recluding inward. Mm-hmm. They're becoming more reclusive. Just the people that I talk to on a daily basis, they seem like they're just scared and in their own little world.
Totally.
And they want to be safe.
Right.
I think that the whole mask wearing thing will not go away. Much like because over in Asia, the elderly there, it's common for them to wear a mask.
Oh yeah.
And for flu season coming up, you're going to see a lot of old people still wearing the mask, even though there are parts of the country where, or if they live in a part of the country where there is no mask mandate.
Right.
So I think that's going to become just a normal way of life in the next 10 to 20 years with old people now. I do think that a mandatory vaccination will take place, or they're going to make it so that if you want to enter a store or enter a bank, you have to prove that you got a shot.
Fuck, man. At that point, I would recommend that people just try to work from home and go through Instacart and other delivery services.
But even then, just to have a bank account, you're going to have to...
The verification. Same thing with Google account, too.
The verification will start with the bracelet, I think. It'll start with the Informa band. They have this over in the European Union. The Informa band, as they call it. It's like a little blue band with a QR code on it, so that these people can prove that they got the shot. What's going to happen next, because that's going to be very inconvenient, will be a chip under the skin. And these people will gladly take it. It'll make their lives more convenient.
Well, they actually already did that over in Sweden.
Yeah.
At this corporate business. I forgot what they're called, but it showed a video of people opening up the doors and turning on computers with this chip in their arm.
That's from years ago, too.
Yeah. So VWE, to answer your question, I just want to say the only reason I still had gloves on is because I do a lot of manual labor, so I have work gloves on. Only reason why. Yeah. All right. But, yeah. Shit.
I was going to say, I brought it up in the last show, and again, it's comical to me that people don't understand when they're being told something without being told something. When the person who is describing the app rollout in Chicago, how the app will show you if you're vaccinated, and they said, well, how does the app know? Can't anybody just download the app and say that they're vaccinated? Oh, no, it reads, and then he stops short.
Yep.
What does it read? I mean... Listen, as I've always said, if you so choose to go and get your vaccine, you do you. I'm just saying, like, do you not see what's being perpetrated? Do you not see what's being rolled out? And I love this mass sense of unity with, oh, well, you get free tickets to baseball games. You get this, and you can sit over here if you had your shots. If you don't, you have to sit over there and pay more.
Yep. Well, that's just the biggest trip, is that nobody questions the fact that you're getting free shit for getting the shot. Nobody questions that. They're just like, hey, that's even more incentive to get it.
Well, and then the other thing, too, that scares me about the vac or about the shot is apparently all the big pharma companies that offer it waived liability protections.
Of course.
So they can't be sued if the person gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Of course.
If it's not dangerous, why waive the liability protection?
And lest we forget the fact that more than half of the employees of said big pharma refuse to actually get the vaccine themselves.
Exactly.
Yep.
Kind of entertaining, but hey, what the hell do we know, right? I mean,
they get these fake shots where they act like they're getting the needle, but it's really just behind the arm,
like Netanyahu.
Yep.
It's Netanyahu, man, what an evil fuck. Honestly, what a fucking prick. And shout out to the fucking youth of Israel, one, that doesn't want war with the Palestinians, and two, says that their freedom bracelets are the equivalent of a tattoo. Good for them. Good for them. Because they're just fucking rolling over. And I questioned Netanyahu a long time ago anyway because of the amount of shit that he was involved in, and I never had a good feeling with him. But when I see this shit and so proudly taking his video of not getting the vaccine, it's just like, dude, what are you doing, man? But making money. They have 4 years of lost income to make up for. So... And that leads me into the other shit. Look at this bullshit that we see going on in Ohio and other states and other municipalities. And this is a Republican governor of Ohio, the $1 million lottery, where what is it, like a certain amount of people a week or a month will win $1 million if you got your vaccine. If they're fucking upselling you and if they're fucking offering you free shit and offering you money, come on. Like, what's the price tag on your life? I mean, And I'm just questioning the reality of the situation. Anybody working so hard to upsell something, why?
Right.
You know, I just it blows my freaking mind. And again, I've been fortunate. The people that I've been dealing with on the medical side, nobody cares about, but smart people that are actually, you know, speak truth rather than the propaganda. So I got lucky there. But it blows my fucking mind. And we are literally the Nuremberg victims now. Yep. While the rest of the free world or semi-free world are joining class action lawsuits and shit, citing the violation of the Nuremberg Code and everything else, which is legitimate and which is accurate, that no human experiments will be done with any vaccination testing. You know, we can go down that whole list. Here we are, just, you know, let's jump in our wheel. You know, dude, it breaks my heart how naive people could be. And again, it's, hey, if you want to do it, you do you. But otherwise, just question the fact when they're trying so hard to sell you on something and to bribe you and to segregate and to do this and to do that. I mean, what the fuck? We have to shun them. We have to shun them is what they say in the media. We have to cast them out of society. The fuck?
Oh, no, there's even this one reporter saying that it's usually white males who don't get it, which just perpetuates the stereotype of white nationalist supremacist.
You're talking about the former director of the CDC.
That fag.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's that one blows my mind. Thank you, Wolf, for sharing that in the chat room there. That's a very, 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 very good link that he just shared with everybody, talking about Nuremberg. But the majority of the people that I know and that I've communicated with that are I mean, I'm very much opposed myself, but we're talking louder than anybody else, happen to be black, not white. And again, they look at color. I look at good for you. You know, like, Jesus Christ, good for you. But hey, you know, kids can get it now too, so it's all great. Dude, I just
evil.
Yes, legitimate.
One of the reasons why I think black people are so awake to it would be the Tuskegee experiments, like black grandmas and grandpas.
Yes,
they remember it. They remember the government fucking them up. With those vaccinations. Yes. So unfortunately, their grandchildren, there's no point of reference. They don't know,
right,
that the government could do fucked up shit like that.
Well, they want to silence that and erase that from history. You know, historically speaking, black, Italian, and I want to say Polish. I believe it was Polish were some of the first ones to legitimately be like, way before Hitler, we were all the test subjects, you know? And it just, people just, they don't know the history. And I guess that's the thing. They can't even say they're ignorant to it. They just don't know it. And it's so hard to find it, to share and to wake people up to it, or they just don't want to believe it. Wolf sharing the link in the timeline, Tuskegee study. Beautiful. I mean, it crushes my soul when fucking people just don't know the actual demonic fucking history behind it, you know?
Sad but true, man. People just, like I said before, they don't want to learn. They want to be told what to say and what to do and what to think.
Yeah. It's disgusting to me, you know, and fucking the stuff with Hitler and everything else, you know, how Hitler would kill everybody, you know, black, white, brown, handicap, whatever it may be. You know, that was all very real. But again, we have modern day Hitlerian shit going on in China, and we just bow down and kiss the ground they walk on. And, you know, well, people aren't upset in China, so it must not be true.
People are silenced.
Right? We've seen live streamers literally taken on camera while they're live streaming, taken away and marched off to camps. But no, they're all happy there, really. Sickening. So anyway, I wanna keep rolling here. So what can we touch on by the time we have you? Because I'm trying to bombard a whole bunch of shit. Any specific topic you want to jump on?
Shit. What really needs to be discussed besides the stuff that we already discussed? JC, is there anything you want to bring up?
I think So we covered all the stuff going on today. Oh, let's talk about the economy.
Sure.
Yes.
Let's talk about the economy and how it ain't doing so good.
No.
We're missing job report expectations. We're missing those.
Massive drop, too, in the stock market.
Certain cryptos are going down.
Yeah, dude. Dogecoin took a dive. Wolf.
Yep. Woof. Well stated. I mean, what are your thoughts? And I've asked this a long time ago on a show, and I'm curious. What are your thoughts on the gold standard? Would that ever actually amount to anything now in a modern day America, or are we just so far from that it can never make a comeback?
We're so far removed from that it can never make a comeback, and that's just because China has pretty much bought up the world's gold supply.
Yeah, we don't have enough.
We don't have enough to really get to the gold standard anymore, and I think that's why there's been such a significant movement in altcoins and cryptocurrency, is because they realize that actually having like legit gold, legit silver, legit platinum, anything that's a legit metal, it's going to be incredibly rare in the near future. So we have to move towards a new way. And with blockchain technology, which can be beneficial for so many different corporate infrastructures and for so many different businesses, it's like, why not get invested in this?
Well, but people will say the problem with that would be the wild fluctuation in the value of Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is that there's new kinds of cryptocurrency called stable coins that are programmed to hold their value within a certain range.
There's even one called ICP.
Yes. I bought some.
Nice.
Did you buy some? That's great.
I'm sorry. Did y'all say something about
yes,
the whole ICP? And also, who's going chicken hunting? I'm sorry.
Who's going chicken hunting? Cut a motherfucking chicken. Yeah. So, but dude, you actually bought it. That's great. Ace, you need to get in on this.
Bro, I'm really thinking about it. I'm gonna have to go and check this out.
It's a good name at least, but you know, the economy is fucked, and I loved watching that little fuck rat Neil Cavuto. I didn't want to watch him, but I was at the gym and I was on the massage chair. I'll admit that, and they had Fox News on, and they're Neil Cavuto. The economy is bouncing back stronger than ever. Apple made their record number of sales in the last quarter, and Amazon record number of sales, and the stimulus money is going where it belongs. I'm like, dude, you little fucktard. Like, I'm sitting here wondering, like, do people hear that and actually think, yes, so they got all their stimulus money and they bought new phones and new Kindles and new this and new that, so the economy is doing fucking great. Come on.
That's sadly what they're thinking, yeah.
In reality, what's happening is there's inflation.
Yep.
Now in the past, people were talking about how the money, well, prior to all this, is being kept with the upper 1%, how they were just spending it on luxury goods. And the effect of them spending that money on luxury goods was causing the price of luxury goods to skyrocket, to massively go up. Well, what's happening is that with the stimulus money being given to just poor people and the average folk, they're going out and spending it in the normal economy, which you have more money chasing goods,
right?
Which causes the price to skyrocket or to go up. So that's why the inflation is happening. Now I'm hearing that Biden apparently in the summer or at the end of the summer wants to have another stimulus package go out.
Jeez, yeah, I'm hearing about that for the codependents, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm looking at 3,000, but that's 3,000 that's going to be heavily taxed.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's also money that it's going to go out to millions and millions of families now, which will help them in the short run, but in the long run, it will cause the price of the things that they buy to go up.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting to me. And listen, and I say disgusting because you got to understand that people aren't taking the jobs. I'm not talking about wage. I'm not talking about anything else, but McDonald's begging people to come work for them for 18, 19, 20 bucks an hour. Yo, I remember how excited I was when I hit $15 an hour. All right. And how I had to bust my ass to hit that. And then, 16. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm doing good. All right. Obviously, times have changed. You bust your ass. You work your way up. Right. But nevertheless, you have these companies begging people to work for $19, $20, $21, $22 an hour. You see it all over here in Pennsylvania, you know, and they still can't get people to work because they're waiting for the free money. And that's not everybody. That's not everybody. And they like to say, oh, well, the leftists don't want to work. Bullshit. I know a lot of people that, not even leftists, that are working every goddamn day and they ain't getting shit.
Right.
But it's amazing to me what do you think's going to happen? If McDonald's hires a whole staff of people, 18, 19 bucks an hour, do you know what they're invested in? If White Castle has already done it, and I love White Castle, I can't eat them anymore, but I love White Castle, fucking McDonald's is already there.
Yep.
You're going to have robots doing everything within 2 years and your jobs are gone. One-time investment and maintenance fees versus paying those rates, they're never going to do it. And it's a shame, but it's never going to happen. And people sit there and say, oh, this is great. They're finally paying high wages, and they still can't hire. And they're still losing more jobs. But the economy is doing great because Amazon and Apple are making money. The fuck? It's just like, how naive, how naive.
Yeah. Well, and what's even worse is the rubbing it right in your fucking face that automation is the future with the Domino's pizza commercial with the nanobot. And you see this shit and you're like, all right, they're flat out telling you that they're going to cut delivery jobs. You walk into the grocery store and you got self-checkout everywhere. So they're getting rid of all these checker jobs, all these bagger jobs. So they're systematically getting rid of jobs. And it won't be too long before, I want to say 10 years from now, most physical manual labor jobs are going to be replaced by robots. I hate to say it.
Yeah. It's disgusting to see what the fuck is going on and people just going along to get along. It's a goddamn shame. It's a goddamn shame that even with these inflated wages and everything else, I mean, you could talk corporate greed. We could have that argument for hours and days and weeks, and you could hear both sides, and both sides will make sense, but it's not about sides anymore. It's about the shit that is blatant in your face and it's done by design deliberately, and they're going to get richer and everybody else is going to fucking choke on it.
Yeah.
And it's a sad fucking truth. So I don't know. It fucking kills me. And we got to sit here and celebrate how the economy is the economy is fucked. The economy is so fucked. Like I said, big pharma, big tobacco, and fucking the military industrial complex are making up for all those years of lost trillions, and they are doing it brilliantly. So again, kudos to the enemy.
Yeah, the enemy is sure prospering right now.
But dude, fucking yeah. And you know what? Alex Jones says it all the time, and I've been saying it, and he's 100% right. And I don't even like calling people third world or anything of the sort. But when the first world suffers and goes broke, the third world dies. And
yes.
What?
Oh my God.
Yo, dead serious. I went and I created a second VOP Twitter account, and not even 5 minutes. Boop, suspended.
Jesus.
God.
No shit.
Yep,
Wow.
I made one post that said, guess who's back, bitches, and went and started following you, Jackie, everybody who I could get to. By the time I got to TWRP, it said I can't do it. I go, excuse me? It said your account suspended. I'm like, excuse me? Like, you're tripping, right? So I log out, log back in, account suspended.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, yeah, there it is. Your Twitter account has been suspended. Wow. Violating our rules against evading permanent suspension. Note that if you attempt to evade a permanent suspension by creating new accounts, we will suspend your new accounts. If you wish to appeal the suspension, Ace, please appeal. You know what's I thought that shit was fucking hilarious when I seen it. When I saw the suspension thing, when it said that you're suspended, and it says, and if you try to create new accounts, we'll suspend them all. Like, wow. You fascist fucking pricks. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Is it a permanent suspension? We have no idea, Wolf. It doesn't tell us. It just says you're suspended. I tried to submit an appeal. What did I do? I told somebody they're a fucking loser. That's bad. Tell me I could die, my whole family should die, and everything else. That's loving. But I told somebody they're a fucking loser. So there you go. That's how you know the target is on us big time. And that's why I found funny is like, yo, my personal Twitter account, and believe me, I will change the handle. And we are going to drop different Twitter accounts. I promise you.
Oh yeah.
And thank you for that. I was educated by NC about that. I never even thought about it. So we have a lot more. Oh, there'll be no evading. We're just going to have a lot of shit coming out. And People Ruin Wrestling, what's going on? He asked in the chat room. It's simple. We're over the target. And they started suspending us from the Fred Hampton leftist show. They started suspending all our shit on the right side, left side, middle side, fucking wrestling talk, whatever. What was it, Nick? Fucking not even, 2 weeks ago? We were fucking doing a show on Tuesday. Remember the audio kept dropping?
Oh yeah.
All the time. So it's being deliberately targeted. And yeah, they want to shut us down. That's good to know. I still want to know how these appeals going to go. I appealed the YouTube thing as well, but literally a new host came on and did what he always does and didn't do anything wrong. And they said it was a copyright violation, not even called by WWE. It was literally called by Twitter. No, it was called out by YouTube. Excuse me. It was literally by YouTube that said it was a copyright violation. No claims from WWE. And that's what they removed our account for. It's been permanently suspended.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's fucking sickening. So that is how you know that what we do here is more important than ever. Because in the end, what have I always said? They could turn us off everywhere and anywhere, but the simple fact is we don't go away because we're our own entity. And Casual, believe me, man, they're gonna come for you soon.
Yeah. Everybody's got a target on their head.
Yeah, give it time. So, gents, I know you're not going to have much time left, but please give me your viewpoints on the wonderful world of censorship going on. I mean, it's exciting times.
Yeah, we recently put out a special TWR news thing on the whole Botchamania getting terminated because we originally reported in the news that they were targeting Botchamania and getting after them for copyright strikes. Matthew, the owner of it, got 7 copyright strikes in the span of 24 hours. So he got like back-to-back strikes. And they were working on getting him that 3rd strike. And shortly before he said all was good, because he was actually going to upload that day, count got pulled. So he got terminated, and he was on the phone with AEW executives and YouTube executives, and thankfully got his channel back. But that tells you that they're not fucking around. I mean, they even went after Superkick Studios, which they make pretty decent wrestling videos, went after them and gave them 2 copyright strikes. I know our good buddy Destructor has 2 community strikes right now, so he's having to deal with that shit, and he's a small-time creator, but it's just like, it doesn't matter if you have thousands or hundreds. They're targeting fucking everybody right now, and I'm sick and tired of it. It's fucking bullshit. It's like, you know what? Don't you fucking faggots have anything better to do than fuck with people that are just trying to put out entertainment?
They're trying to instill fear into you.
It's exactly what it
is.
is.
Make you walk on your toes because this is all about sorry for starting. For YouTube, they're trying to basically bring in the high-paying advertisers.
Exactly.
And so they want people to walk on eggshells about the content they produce.
Well, force out the people who built YouTube and just make it a big corporate structure. Yeah. It's corporate tube now. It's not even for the people anymore.
No. You know what blows my mind? It's a simple fact, and these are the dumb fucks that I laugh at when they make their comments about what VOP is, because none of them actually take the time to listen to anything we fucking do. And believe me, Casual Q, we're gonna get you on the air, bro, because I think that'll be freaking great. And we gotta get People Ruin Wrestling back on. We have a lot of shit, so believe me, there's gonna be another account coming that you're all gonna enjoy. Thank you, NC. But. You know, these corporate sponsors that are their overlords, right? That cause all this shit. Do you realize what happens when you listen to the 24/7 stream on VOPUSARadio.com? You will hear ads from JCPenney, from Kohl's, from Lowe's, from Home Depot, and multiple other fucking sponsors that we have as a part of it. They don't give us actual real money, but they pay for sponsorship. So again, Blue Chew prescribed online, coupon code VOPUSARadio. Remember, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, and truly, yes, start #free VOP and follow at Dan Soriglio, because that's an easy name to fucking put out there and remember. But it's laughable. So if they want to get behind what we're doing, right? if they want to get behind and actually see the validity in what we have built here at the VOP, I ask you, then why the fuck do these other overlord corporatist assholes are the ones that are urging them to shut down people like us? It's just this. It's like when Philip Morris was attacking Juul, but they're all owned by the same parent company. Same bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck is that? Whoa. Wolf, dude, whoa!
What the fuck?
You tried to expedite getting us banned on apps.
Oh shit!
Oh, Ace, can you make that go away?
It was like, sorry,
I'm trying.
Whoa, yo, what's happening? We didn't do that.
He wanted to share a little bit of Thai pie with the people.
Yes.
Ooh, Lordy.
Woohoo! But no, it's fucking it's entertaining. And again, I know I always go back to this shit, but I'm proud of this shit. And the more they target us, the stronger we get. And it validates why we do what we do. And that's why I'm so fucking happy and honored to be partnered with you guys, to be partnered with this whole group of people that we have from so many fucking walks of life, because we are going to inevitably be one of the very few last remaining free speech platforms. And we're going to make it hard for them. I promise you. We are going to make it hard for them. We're not going to make it easy for them to wipe us off of all social media. But I promise you that we are not going anywhere, and you're always going to be able to find us. So, and shout out to Rob D at Infowars.com. We're waiting for a banned on video channel. Anyway, but we've had some communication, so I'm just saying.
Very cool.
Anyway, I don't think Wolf meant to do that. Just saying. But anyway, gentlemen, in your last few minutes, anything else you want to touch on real quick? Because I know it's been kind of fast and everything else, but what am I going to say? I just wanted to get everything out of you I possibly can.
Yeah, no worries, man. Hey, after we get out of here, we got a video going up on the main channel. You know what time it is, TWR News. So once you guys are done with POLITI-SHOCK, make sure you go ahead and check out the main channel, TWR News. We got a 40-minute long one this time, so we really cranked it out. And yeah, just check that shit out. And what else we got going on coming up? Oh yeah, this Sunday, we got Wrestle Enema Backsplash live on the main channel. So make sure to check out our coverage of that absolutely atrocious pay-per-view. And we'll be sure to be liquored up and give you guys our best. So
damn right.
That's pretty much all we got, my bro.
Awesome. And I announced on the last show that we did get confirmation, and I hope it's still safe to bring it up, Ace, that we are going to be doing that roundtable show with the Fred Hampton leftists, and all of us coming together and talking about a whole bunch of stuff and having a very cool conversation and talking about important shit. So that's going to be coming in the future, and I think that's going to be really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a good time because I know you guys are in. So it's going to be fun. So we have a lot of shit coming, and we will raise bail money if anything happens to our friend the Blueprint. And
yes, definitely. We will get a GoFundMe going for that.
That's right. Free our Russian wrestler friend, damn it.
Yes.
And again, Charlie Kirk, dude, you follow me on Twitter. Come on, man. Just one share. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm not even a big fan of you, but come on, man. You can do it.
Hook a brother up.
Right? Hook us up at the VOP. So anyway, gentlemen, listen, I know you guys got to run. We're going to keep rolling into the second hour here and just shoot the shit. But I cannot thank you both enough for being here, because I always love it when you guys are live with us, obviously. So thank you both, and hopefully we get something going again with the both of you. And see, are we doing Tuesday night?
This Tuesday night, I'm not sure what's going on, but I'll definitely get back to you on that this weekend.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to it as always. And obviously we're talking about Truly Uncensored on Tuesday nights and Saturdays. Tuesday nights are what, 9 p.m. Eastern now is when we do it?
Yeah, it's usually about 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. And then Saturdays it's at 4 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Getting my times right. Cool. Awesome. So, hey, thank you both. Any parting words for the audience?
Peace out.
Peace out.
Awesome. Hey, much love to you both, bros.
Hey, much love, bro.
Much love.
All right, talk soon. Thank you. And to everybody else, that has been the infamous Technical Work Rate Productions, NC and JC, both in the house. So definitely happy to have them on. Happy they could join us. And again, apologies for those of you who are looking forward to the Matt Morgan interview. I promise you, we're going to get that going as soon as he's free. As soon as he's free. And I say that and has so many meetings as soon as he's free. So looking forward to it. Always a good time with them. So we are going to do a don't worry, Wolf. I know you weren't doing anything intentionally, bro. It's all right. Just when that popped up, I'm like, damn, the timing was impeccable. But we're going to take a quick station break, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes and go into the final hour of our doubleheader on Thursday night POLITI-SHOCK. So stick with us, and we will have some fun, and we're going to talk some shit about Twitter because that's something that I definitely want to do. So, just a quick intro for the commercial. We'll be right back.
In an age where being a timid, whiny, weak little fruitcake is the norm, we're not just a little different. We're a lot different. You're listening to the Voice of the People USA Radio Network. We're live 24/7 on www.vopusaradio.com. New live shows can be found every day and night of the week. We are the new mainstream media. This is where censorship comes to die, and all voices and opinions are welcome here. Thursday nights, it's Voice of the People USA Radio. The VOP Roundtable, live every Tuesday night. Rise Above the Noise, a conversation with Carrie and Dan, airing live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. The VOP Roast, airing live every Friday night. Tales from the Woodshed and The Calm Before the Storm. And also on Sunday nights, We Drink and We Know Things with Carrie and Kevin. Engage and Rage. The Voice of the People USA Radio Network, where free speech thrives and political correctness dies. Are you a whining, sniveling little apologist? Are you a psycho-babbling snowflake? Part of the victim culture and all of the global elite that want to destroy our God-given freedoms? Are you a pussy? If so, turn it up, because we love pissing you off. This is Voice of the People USA Radio. Engage and rage. And rage. Pure, unadulterated truth guaranteed. This is Voice of the People USA Radio. And this is Dan Smeriglio.
So we are back at the 10 o'clock hour. And I want to welcome you all to the final hour of Thursday Night POLITI-SHOCK episode number 2. Shout out to all the co-hosts. Shout out to everybody that was with us for the first show and VWE making his fucking generic music. Making his debut here. And obviously a huge shout out to our bros NC and JC for joining us for the first hour. So as we go back at it, I just gotta say, please give us a share. Dude, Destructor, man, I found this music from all over the fucking place. Some of it is good. Some of it is like god-awful fucking like WWE ECW music. I don't even know how to put it. Here, we'll put that one on as a backdrop. But it's a little bit better. But seriously, please, if you could, share the website. I appreciate it at VOPUSARadio.com, VOPUSARadio.com. On Twitter right now, it's at Dan Smeriglio. I know, it's rough to spell. But please, give us a follow there. Give us a share there. That's where you can stay in touch. And we have more shit coming because believe me, we will not go quiet. At what now? Rose Against the Machine? I don't know if you're speaking to me, but here, at Dan Smeriglio.
They definitely speaking to you. Yes.
Okay.
Are you summoning demons?
Nah, no demons. Just trying to find less shitty copyright-free music. But anyway, please share and follow and stick with us. Oh, I no longer will address Rose Against the Machine because much love. So check it out. So we are apparently we're quite popular right now in the world of social media and the technocrats, huh? They're really digging the VOP. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Thank you, truly. Yes, free VOP. They're not going to free us. You know that? They're not going to free us. They want us fucking gone. They hate us. They hate us. We are their enemy.
Oh, it's okay, Dan. It gets better.
Oh, it gets better. Well, let me turn this off. Please tell me what else happened. I'm very excited to find this out.
I made a new Gmail account, right? This time it doesn't say anything VOP in it. It literally says social media manager 1313@gmail.com. And in literally 5 minutes, I got the official "you're blocked."
Wow.
And it's not an IP thing because my Twitter is still working fine. My personal Twitter is good to go.
Wow, they are really going after us hard, huh? Hello from Tulsa. What's up, Cindy? You know, that's pretty special. So they don't like us. I mean, we don't check that box, huh? I mean, yeah, the NWO fucking hates us, all right? So I gotta say, so what is it? Because the left-leaning shows you don't like, the right-leaning shows you don't like, the wrestling shows you don't like, the media shows you don't like, so what the hell? It's great. So Ace, repeat the story about how you said that you started another Twitter account and it was gone within 5 minutes.
Yeah, definitely did. Because now I know 2 of the VOP emails. I got access to them. So I was like, let me go ahead and be a smart butt. Let me use the other VOP email, make an account. And started adding people, and not even 5 minutes, I go to add TWRP, and it says I was officially suspended. And I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was tripping. I literally did. I thought it was like, no, this must be the pop-up stuff from the last VOP account. So I logged out, logged back in. Now, officially suspended. Cool.
So you know that they're going to use that against us with our pending appeal, huh? I would say. I would imagine they're going to use that as another reason to not reinstate our account, which, let's face it, we know.
But it's not the official email, so you could tell them that was definitely somebody posing.
Right? So, all right. So a certain person named Jackie's been talking about it and trying to educate me. And yeah, we have a Patreon as well. And shout out to our Patreon members, you know, those who don't work for the VOP. So the Patreon member. And you know, Patreon is cool. And Ace set up a really badass Patreon account for us, but we are seriously going to launch something on Rockfin. Yes, Jackie. We are going to, I was asking for some insight on what the hell that was and looking at it. So we're definitely going to get that rolling. And believe me, we have a lot of shit coming because, as I said, I am never going to make it easy on these fuckers. And I don't care who it is and who you are. If you want to silence us, you only motivate me more. So the same way I was motivated to say, fuck it, I'm not going to find another platform, I'm going to start my own goddamn network, is exactly what I'm going to do with your censorship bullshit on social media. The more you censor us, the more we will pop up. We will keep rising up constantly and consistently until you are forced to do going out of your way to target and harass us, which you already do. But I'm going to make sure you have to work for it because we will not go silently. And fuck them. I mean, fuck them. And I don't know what else to say about these assholes. You are really so bothered by what we put out? Why? Why? Because we have people that could all come together and actually have conversations. Does that bother you? Do we have people that can come together and actually laugh at shit and talk about shit and real world shit and actually get along? Does that bother you? Do we talk about your fucking agenda that you put out in plain sight? We nail it for what the fuck it is. Does that bother you? And yes, like the Hydra, you're 100% right. It's how you have to act. And I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't even thinking about it when, you know, it was NC who told me, I think Ace said it as well, about creating multiple accounts and this and that. And yup, we're going to make it hard on you assholes. You're going to have to go through a lot of shit, specifically targeting us, specifically searching for. And believe me, it's all going to be recorded. Will it get us anywhere? Fuck no. But at the same time, at least I'll feel better. And as we did in the Podbean world, you know what we became known for? And I never had backups, Wolf. Wolf said that he usually has at least 2 to 3 backups. I had one. So they can't say my @DanSmurglio account was done to try to avoid it because I started it before the VOP account. And like I said, shout out because I had over 1,000 more followers on that one than I do the VOP account. So, hey, you know, if we got to pick and choose, that's cool. We'll start engaging on that one again. And we're followed by a hell of a lot more people on there. And it's nothing great, but fuck them. And honestly, you know, it was, I finally found the exact number. You ready? 2014. It was in 2014. The same Voice of the People USA Radio YouTube channel that they just got rid of, that they just disappeared for really no rhyme or reason. 54,311 subscribers. And I never even tried. I never even tried with it. We just did all of our fucking shows, not MySpace, you sick freak. Talking to Wolf in the chat room. Fucking bastard. Anyway, but we never tried. All the early shows we did, everything else. Yes, we do have an email list. We really got to promote our email list too. We're going to, when we get the site renovations done, we got to actually go. And as it stands, the app side, the Google app is done and the Roku app is done. But yet again, we wait on Apple. So happy I paid that money to get my license to be an app developer. Douchebags. So they're coming and we want to roll it out all together rather than scattered. But we do have a mailing list as well. And we really got to get that up and running. And we'll try to put that on the website and start promoting that shit. We have a lot of work to do. We constantly have work to do because we're learning as we go and we're just trying to emulate what doesn't work and emulate what does work and be creative. But like I said, over 54,000 fucking subscribers on YouTube. All the early radio shows that were actually from radio studios, like an actual studio, all the way to the early podcasts, the early live radio shows, and all the rallies and the protests and everything we did. And Wolf, jump in, bro. Believe me, because I feel bad. It's like pretty much with this tech stuff, it's Ace, Elias, and freaking, I know Jackie's thrown in her wisdom. I mean, we'll take all the help we can get trying to diversify what we're doing, but also make it a little bit more coherent, because I'm dumb as shit with this. And then, of course, Kevin is the overall, Buddha mastermind of this shit, but it's a lot. So the more help, the merrier. But as I was saying, over 54,000 subscribers, never had a strike. I honestly never saw $1 from it. So I don't know if monetization was a big thing back then. But nevertheless, they literally removed the account, same as they did the other night, with no strikes. And I appealed and I said, I've never had a strike. And they gave us back our YouTube channel with 0 subscribers. They apologized. He gave us back our YouTube channel with half the content and 0 subscribers. At that point, there was probably over 1,000. I think it was like 1,100 videos, almost 1,100 videos on that channel. And they literally gave it back to us with half the shit gone and 0 subscribers. So it sat there in obscurity for years because we never cared about YouTube. I'm not going to lie to you. It was simply something that was there as a resource. And they have targeted it like fucking crazy until they fired the kill shot. And yeah, Destructor, believe me, I am on the hit list of a lot of fucking people because I went after some the activism shit that I did way, way early on. I quickly learned. At first I was like, I'm a conservative and I'm going to speak out and I'm going to do my part. And then I quickly realized that the conservatives were trying to shut me down more than anybody else. So I went after them. I went after all of these fuckers. They tried to kill me. They death threatened us. They did everything. And we've made enemies ever since. We've had enemies ever since. High-level enemies. I'm not even making this shit up. They don't fucking like us. But it's funny how they go in cycles when they come to targeting us. And I say, good, bring it. Bring it. That's why at the end of the day, our shit doesn't go away. Because we went a step further. And that's the more you censor us, and what I was getting at originally on Podbean is what it is. All right. I don't like the platform. Anybody who knows me knows that. But we became known really because we would announce we're the most censored show on Podbean because they would turn us off 3, 4, 5 times an episode, a live episode. Literally turn us off. And it was entertaining as shit. So what do you think's going to happen the more you do this? Believe me, this is going to be fuel for fire. I promise you that. We're going to use this to our advantage. I promise you. And it's not crying victim. It's called look at who is being targeted, and I'm going to use your negative bullshit to the advantage of the whole. You make me more determined. You literally inspire me. You help me forget about all the shit that I'm dealing with because I realize the enemies out there want us fucking gone, and I love it. I love it. The more you want us gone, the more motivated I am to fight you disgusting bastards that much more. And we're not some pussies that are going to sit there and fucking cry on Twitter. Let us back on. They suspended us. No, we're going to fucking put the shit out there. And we're going to show everybody what you did. And we're going to say subscribe to us and follow us and share us in spite of to piss them off. I don't need to cry and bitch and moan, but I'm going to get pissed off about it. But at the end of the day, you're fighting a losing battle because we know we're on borrowed time here. We know that we are not long for this world. When it comes to all this bullshit, we know it. We've always known it, which is why we started our own network. We're not subscribers to some other platform. We did it ourselves. So honestly, it is distracting, but I'm kind of focused on this talking point. So you're good, Jackie. I mean, it's nothing more than motivation. So we're going to use your shits. We're going to use your platforms. We're going to use your social media, your Twitter, your YouTube, your Facebook, whatever it may be, to continue to put our brand out there until the point comes when we're no longer on them. And then guess what? Our brand still exists. You might have to go to 1 or 2 or 3 places to find us versus 30, 40, 90 places, but we're still going to exist. And I promise you, we're going to start doing some special shows very fucking soon. I don't know what it's going to be called yet exactly, VOP Unfiltered, which is a shame, which is a goddamn shame because I'm not good for censoring myself. I am not good for silencing myself because I don't know how to, because I don't give a shit what you think of me, what you think of my network, because my network is our network. It's for all. I don't care if you like it, you hate it, you love it, whatever. Be a part of it. Enjoy it. If you don't like it, great. Go about your life. But I am motivated by the fact that we will never succumb to your horse shit. Okay? So it's never going to go away. And we're going to have to do these VOP Unfiltered shows, if you will, where we're going to talk about some really deep, dark shit, whatever the fuck, truth. And we're going to have to do it either, I don't know if it's going to be behind a paywall or a subscription only or whatever the case may be, but we're going to get these rolling out very soon and they're going to be special. And if Wolf keeps sharing my photos on MySpace, I'm going to bitch slap him. I'm going to take a trip down to where he's at. I'm going to find him and I'm coming for you. But, oh, wait, no, I'm allowed to say that because that's like loving and shit. If I call you an asshole, that's bad. Anyway, whatever. I find it just classic that they go through these little spells. I do have a special set of skills. So other people weigh in here. What are your thoughts on the new wave of targeted censorship that we're going through? And I hope nobody says you can't. It's a hashtag cancel culture. No. It's not cancel culture. It's targeted fucking bullshit. Let's call it what it is. Anybody else want to weigh in?
I want to hear Elias because I feel like you died.
I honestly think it's just honestly a bunch of bullshit. Didn't I tell you in the beginning of this week that I got disabled out of Instagram, and I'm hardly like, I only go on my Instagram just to talk to my family. I don't say none of my crazy shit that I say on YouTube. I mean, that I say on Facebook. You know, Facebook, I'm not even canceled, and everybody that follows me on Facebook know that I say a lot of shit on Facebook. Like it's kind of annoying. That's why I literally only have TikTok. Fuck you, Jackie, for that. Snapchat for porn and Twitter, because everything else is just fucking annoying. Like I hate social media, and if we didn't have to use it for our job, I would be really on the carry boat at this point to just not be on social media at all.
Yeah, it's funny because Fascist Book, ever since we won that little battle, kinda, they've kind of left us alone. I mean, that doesn't mean that something's magically changed. We know for certain that they're going to turn us off soon too, obviously. But it's inspiring. It's truly inspiring to see the level of targeted shit that they're doing against us right now. So it's all good. It's all good. That's how you know you're in the right place. Okay. If you can go out there and put out your safe bullshit and not talk about anything controversial or speak any truth, and you're good because your same small circle loves what you do and nobody gets you in trouble or you get suspended or whatever, and you think you're changing the world. No, you're basic. You're basic. That's the best I could say. Be honest with your fucking selves and never censor yourself. Ace, you want to weigh in?
No, sir. I'm currently busy creating a new account for Twitter. Thank you.
Keep creating those accounts. You know, that's great. I'm really, really curious to see what the responses will be. I'm surprised we didn't get the instant response from Twitter and from YouTube saying, we reviewed your appeal and the banning sticks, you know? We didn't get that yet, probably because they were busy or I did it late. So I'm sure that's what's coming. I mean, I could pretty much tell you exactly verbatim what they're going to say because it's always the same bullshit, but it's all good. It's all good. I mean, you really got to be a lowly son of a bitch to focus your time and energy on our shit to go around and purposely fucking try to turn us off or to freaking report us or anything else that you sad ass fucking losers do. So it's cool. It's cool. I enjoy the love. And shout out to Smart Busters for finding us as well. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's sick that we got to go to these levels. All right, we got to go to these levels just to put our shit out there. But at the same time, am I wrong for saying, Elias, that it's kind of it's also motivational?
It's not wrong, you know. Like, I understand your point of view for you saying that that is motivational. I just feel like, again, it's, you know, the half-minded sheep that agree for the bare minimum because it looks like a lot. Like, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like what I was telling my friend today, like about how like in the Bronx when they sell weed, right? They put it in these extra small bags, and then they make you think that it's a gram, but it's not. And when you weigh it, it's like 0.6, 0.8. But they really sell you on that super small bag because it's really fat and it's pointy, and they're like, "Yo, this shit's the best. Look how fat it looks." And then you swear that shit's a gram, and you could take that shit to the bank, and then you come to find out, nah, it's not a gram, and you basically just wasted fucking $10 on nothing. That is literally America in the most simplest drug deal explanation whatsoever.
Thank you for that wonderful breakdown.
You're welcome.
Perception is reality.
It's what we do. It's the sage way.
Oh God! Remember, if you don't hear me on Thursday nights for some engage in rage, you'll hear engage in sage.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. That's how we engage.
That's right. That's the backup.
I even gotta say, like, you know, like now that I'm on Twitter and stuff like that, like I'm seeing like you guys get a lot of shit on Twitter. Like Facebook, we get a lot of stupid people, you know, like we get like the people, like the dudes that come out of the fucking woods with their fucking stained shirts and they're like, the South will rise again. You know, like we get a bunch of those, but like, you know, Twitter, we get the, you know, the quote unquote freedom fighters and whatnot. Like it's really annoying. Like half of you guys are retarded. I'm sorry.
Twitter is a special beast, and I hate social media with a passion. You know, I'm on there in spite of the hatred. It's literally done as nothing more than a catalyst to put our live shit out there. I cannot tell you the last time that I think I posted anything personal on social media. Honestly, I mean, why? People desperately clinging for attention, seeking attention. Notice me, you know, notice me. I need validation today. I can't be that person.
Yeah.
And the fuck, it's do people realize? I mean, we look, you know, what's funny talking about Facebook. Let's look at our Voice of the People page, our fan page.
Yeah.
That thing has been up since I believe 2010, 2011. At one point we were over 10,000. Now I think we're down to, I don't even know. It's either right under 2,000 or right under 3,000. And we literally get notifications that all these new people are liking and following you, but the numbers never change.
Every day.
Yes, the numbers never, ever change. VO Petty is the current account, but it is limited for 11 hours.
Yo, it's limited for
VO
11.
Petty.
Hey, but it says VOP. It just says VO_Petty.
VO Petty. Instead of Vapusa, boys and girls.
Vapusa,
Go to-
baby.
Go to VO Petty.
Dude, we used to do that shit all the time. Operation Vapusa.
Vapusa.
Yes. See, look, Ace, you confused them there. You see, they didn't know how to take that. Maybe it's an account that's going to mock VOP. So we'll just limit them while we try to figure out what they are. It's fucking brilliant, man. And like I was saying with the Facebook thing, it's like, yo, if you're gonna do it and do it right, at least don't let us see the notifications that we're getting. Like, your page got 50 new likes, but the number went down. Like.
Yo, they be like, oh my God, this week your followers went up 93%. But I'd be like, yo, why y'all lying to me?
Right?
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 Happens. There's like those 6 weeks where we didn't go online at all.
Yeah.
Like, wow, your engagements are going so high. I'm like, how?
Right? Like, yo, lie better. The fuck? What's our VPN sponsor? Damn it.
Ghost
What?
VPN.
Ghost VPN?
Yeah.
I thought we had a Nord one too, or Secure VPN as well.
Oh shit! Am I getting the wrong one? Have I been?
I think you have. That's my fault. I know I sent you the email a while ago. It's probably buried, dude.
Told you I need a list.
I'm working on the list, but yeah, we do have a sponsor, some VPN company.
All right, guys, pick a VPN. Try VOP USA Radio. If the code works, that's us.
You're welcome. If it doesn't work, you're welcome.
Try Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan got a sponsor for everything. Look, we'll still try to hook you guys up.
And speaking of up,
oh man, are you guys having a hard time? Do you guys need to get hard dicks? Well, guess what? Go to bluechew.com/VOP USA Radio and get your dick hard today. Also not included.
God. It never ceases to amaze, but it's cool. It's totally cool. And I honestly, what aggravates me more than anything else is the simple fact that I could literally go on to our VOP Twitter account, and the fact that it says that I can't fucking see anything, or it says, what does it say? Hang on. Okay. You have no notifications, you have 0 followers, and you're following 0. And you have 2 new messages. You can see the messages, but you can't open the new messages. And it'll show us all the tweets we put out on our profile, but it also says we have nothing there. I love it. I love it. It's like they tease you with this shit. You know what I mean? It's like they're literally fucking teasing you with it.
It could be like a joke. Like, it'd be like, yeah, guys, follow us on Twitter. Yeah, we don't see any posts. Yeah, it's because we only promote free speech.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no posts because there's no free speech anymore, motherfucker. Get the joke. And then we just walk away.
It's all good. So, yeah.
When are we going to make our own social media, Dan?
Listen, I've been waiting for somebody to do that shit legitimately. Yeah, what comes up when you hit that? Twitter.com/VOP USA Radio. It's all blacked out and it says we violated the Twitter rules, right? Yeah, suspended. Yeah, we're bad boys. I'm bad. Mm-hmm. I have the Norton 360 thing too with identity protection and all that bullshit. I have it. I have it for like 10 devices and all that other stuff. And it's comical. So what we intend on doing on our website, and I know I'm boring as fuck right now. Hey, listen, I'm just shooting shit with you for real. So whoever's listening, we got a lot of people listening on the service side, but to everybody else, like, yo, I'm just shooting the shit. So what we're going to do with our website, you haven't seen the refresh or the redo of the website yet because we kind of want to do it all at once. That's the goal. So we have every intention of making our website far more engaging with a dedicated chat room, obviously, that you can go to 24/7 and actually chat in real time with people. Everything else, that's something. So bye, Jackie. You motherfuckers have a lot of meetings.
Yeah, that's all they do. They do more meetings than they do shows.
Don't get me wrong. We should probably do more meetings too, but I suck. But not like that. But it's all good. Much love to them. But freaking, you know, the website is going to become a destination point. That's the goal, because again, we saw the writing on the wall a long time ago. So we're gonna put some shit in the website where it's gonna be exclusive to only the website, but it'll be kind of cool in the end what we do. And granted, creating your own social media thing is not the easiest thing, and it costs shit tons of money. What doesn't cost all that much money is creating your own version of what's happening. Not that much money. So I hope that we can offer you all something. I'll be nice to say within the next 2 months. That might be really far out or way too soon and premature. That we can offer you an alternative to what is happening right here. And I think that would be pretty freaking cool, because again, at the end of the day, and I'm not even saying it's the worst thing in the world. I don't have much love, but all right, it's your platform. You could ban who you want, whatever. But don't sell yourself as a free speech alternative. Don't sell yourself as a free alternative to a Restream or a StreamYard or anything else. Because you know what? When it comes down to the Restreams and StreamYards of the world, they don't ban you. I mean, maybe they've done it. I don't know, but I've yet to see it. They cost a lot of money versus a platform that costs nothing. Okay. Sounds good in theory, but if something sounds too good to be true, you gotta question it, right? But they put you out there. You pay for their service, and they will multicast your shit out there all over the world. If you get banned on other platforms, that's that platform banning you, but not a Restream or a StreamYard. They're just putting you out. So the concept of this, I like in theory, but again, don't sell yourself on being something if you're also going to go and suspend people that go against the rules or guidelines of the company or somebody's personal beliefs that you don't want to see strayed from too much. All right, like, listen, that's your prerogative, and I don't knock you for that, but say it. Do not sit there and pretend to be this bastion of free speech when it's a bastion of free speech to a point until you stray too far from where I want the conversations to go. Is that fair to say? You know, it's one of those deals where, and I've seen some, but when I look on this platform, I see news and it's all left-leaning. I see special news reports, it's all left-leaning. I see this and it's left-leaning. And you'll see one or two right-wingish, whatever. And again, and you could put the fucking lightning back on for all I'm concerned, by the way. Okay, so a certain number outweighs the other number. That's your prerogative, and that's cool. That's you. That's what you want. Okay, that's what you choose to highlight. That's fine. Say it. Say it. Own what you are. You know what I am? I'm not right wing. I'm not left wing. I'm the giant middle finger in the middle. Okay? That's what I am. So I'm not going to sit here, and we live by leading by example. I probably said that kind of sloppily, but we actually back up what we say we are with our actions. And we don't sell you as something other than what the fuck we are. A true bastion of people coming on to speak freely. Our rules and regulations, and we are not pre-recorded, we are live. Our rules and regulations are as basic as they come, and I should probably do a better job. We should probably make it look better. But it's literally, don't be a racist fucking asshole or somebody that's going to come on here and fucking wish death and hate on people that have different lifestyles than you. I think there's like one or two other little things. That's it. I don't have paragraph after paragraph after paragraph to long-windedly explain how I don't want people coming on here that stray too far from what I feel and what I think. You're better off in this day and age. You want to be I fucking hate. I hate when people go out and say, I'm a patriot. I'm a patriot. I'm a patriot. Everybody's a patriot. It's like so Tea Party thing. I waved a flag in the street today. I'm a patriot. Shut the fuck up. Call yourself a freedom fighter. Call yourself something else. Just stop with that basic, boring terminology. Real patriots, honestly, bye Ace. Real patriots fight for what they believe in and don't boast about it looking for attention. Okay? Be what you want in the world. Live your fucking values in the 3D world. So if you say you are a network that is dedicated to all thoughts, opinions, and voices and everything else, be it. Live it. And damn the fucking consequences of the shit or the hate or the fucking whatever may happen. Who cares? You are staying true to who you said you would be, who you are, and what you said you were going to put out. So I will never apologize for anything that we've done because we've never strayed from who the hell we are. We're not going to sit here and be hypocrites like some other asshole on another platform, crybabying over somebody attacking me while you're sitting there attacking everybody under the sun. Hypocrisy knows no limits. Okay? We're not them. We are what we are. I'm a loudmouth, screaming asshole. You either love it or you don't. I take no offense. But one thing that we do is we put on shows of different varieties, whatever it may be. We put it out there for everybody. And the consumer, there you go. There's a play to the right-wing people. It's pure true blue capitalism, isn't it? We're putting out a product and you decide whether you want to be a part of it, listen to it, or not. I don't know what the fuck else to say. I don't know why I have to sit here and define who we are, and I'm going to stop doing it because it annoys me. Wolf, good seeing you, brother, and happy you got to jump on for a few minutes the last show. Hopefully you could join us next week, man. But I honestly, I mean it when I say I annoy myself when I sit here and I try to explain what we are. At this point, we're not some new fucking platform. We're not some new fucking app. This has been around online on the real radio since 2009. VOP has been around since 2007. Do your research and learn it or listen and educate yourself. Otherwise, I got nothing for you. For the people who want to be a part of what we're doing here, I love and respect you. Even if we don't agree on anything else, you agree with the concept of what we're doing and you believe in it enough that you want to be a part of it, I'm down with that. You're speaking your truth. You're taking a stand for something and you want to offer something to the world. That's great. I respect that. That's what I get behind. The fakes and the frauds and the sheep fucks that want to be a part of something just because it's tribally cool to do, I don't want you. I want to go after the content creators that actually invest their time, but actually believe in what they do and have a message for people, whether it be wrestling, whether it be movies, whether it be music, whether it be politics, whatever it is. Show me your passion. Put it out there. And it doesn't matter if one person, I used to say this at rallies, if one person shows up or 10,000 people show up. I think the lowest number we ever had at a rally was like 25 people. The highest number was over 10,000. Wonderful. Whether it be 25 people, 10 people, one person, or 1 million people, as long as you're doing you and staying true to what you say, what you believe, and going out there and taking a stand, then you have not failed. You are doing what needs to be done. Bottom line. And Coin, you should really jump on, man. You missed all the censorship today, bro. Coin 6969696969 is in the chat room.
Jesus Christ.
You haven't heard that in a while. So I know I'm rambling on and on and on, bro. You want to fucking say anything? Because I'm like on my soapbox here, you know?
You know, it's not, honestly, I've been on, well, it was on Tuesday. I did a conversation with myself yesterday. Yeah, nah, I guess that's why I was kind of quiet this whole time. Like, Dan's just in his bag. I'm letting him be in his bag. I'm let him talk all his shit. He hasn't spoken in like 8 years. That's in conservative time. And it's like, so I just let you talk all your shit, and you was absolutely right on everything you said. The censorship is fucking annoying. All the shit is bullshit. What's happening overseas is fucking retarded. The world isn't waking up fast enough than what the fuck we fucking thought that they were. It's like they're still in that shock. They're still like in that shock phase, and it's like, yo, like either get with it or just die.
Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome. They love their abusers. They love their captors. They love being told what to do and how to live and how to feel and how to be constantly. They elect people who fucking speak to their dumbed down assertion of what the fuck life is. They fucking support people financially. They can't afford to buy groceries, but they'll go and pay for shit and subscribe to shit that says what they want to hear. The only thing they want to hear is their words coming out of somebody else's mouth, and anybody else is the fucking enemy. You know what you said on your show last night, and it was a good show, and I appreciate the things you said, and I did hear it. And all joking aside, thank you.
Thank you.
No, and I'm thanking you for the shit you said. I honestly, it meant a lot, and I see it as I'm not even reading Coin's comment. Anyway, Blue Chew gives you the POLITI-SHOCK. Good for you, bro. You're how old and you're having those problems? There you go. The seizure did it.
Proud of you, Coin. You can fucking do it, bro.
We need modern day revolutionaries that are not afraid to go after any fucking establishment, any fucking entity, and actually run and fight for people, regular people, as I've said before and I'll say again. Exactly. They want an echo chamber, and that's all they want. Yes. We need to be the ones to break that fucking mold. And that's what I've said. You give me somebody who comes from any fucking hood or street or low rent district, high rent district. I don't care. I do talk to myself, Dan. Thank you for getting my engagement up in my other Haps account. But I will trust somebody working a minimum wage job from the streets of New York to the streets of fucking Charleston, West Virginia, to the streets of fucking Charlotte, fucking you name it. You can go fucking Santa Rosa, California, or fucking Vallejo, California, or Oakland, or fucking Chicago. Take your pick. If somebody knows how to relate to another human being because they lived that life, they've suffered, they struggled, and they have to fight to survive, and they don't hate others for not being, for them not being able to achieve where they are yet, but they fight for it. And they fight to take care of their families, and they fight to take care of what matters most to them. And they want to actually do some good for the world, and they're not in it to get rich. They're not doing it for the wrong reasons. I will vote for that. And our voting system is fucked. I will vote for that person because that person gets it. I have been everywhere in this country. In every fucking aspect of being. I have experienced it. I know what it's like to relate to people because I am them. I'm an absolute nobody, nothing. I am an irrelevant. But I'm a fucking fighter because I don't want better for me and my family. I want better for the fucking world around me and the forgotten. I hate when they say it because it sounds so fucking politically charged, but there's truth behind it. The real forgotten man and woman, the real one, are all the fucking people that don't vote, that just don't care because they feel like nobody gives a shit about them. Let's focus on giving them something to actually grasp onto and believe in. Let's focus on something that can actually speak to what they deal with in everyday life. We need a campaign of absolute strength through power and the power of true activism to put the fear of God into the elected class, into the controlling class, to show them what it's like to feel that little twinge of fear. And they got everything on their side. They got the police that will blindly go along. They got the military that will blindly go along. I'm not saying all. I'm saying ones who will absolutely abide by unconstitutional orders and dictates. They feel safe because they have their privatized army. They're privatized this. We need the ones to be like, fuck you. We're still going to stand up to you. We're still going to fight you. And we're going to overwhelm you with force of fucking nature activism and actual uprising of people not afraid to stand for what they fucking want and what they fucking need, not to feel like second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth class fucking citizens in their own goddamn country. The working class matters. The people in the hood matter. The people in the fucking living in the streets fucking matter. The people of this country, and I could say the world, I could do it all. I'm focusing on here, right now. They matter. And it's not a political talking point. Because nobody's really fucking addressed it. Nobody's really gone beyond and actually said, stand with me. Not because I'm better than you. Not because I could teach you. You know, I worked with Ted Hayes, a homeless black activist from California. Homeless. The man was amazing. He had a radio show online. He didn't get paid for it, and he still did it every day. America's Black Shield. This is back in 2009, 2010. But he wanted to help all people, black, white, brown, whatever. He didn't care. He had nothing except his voice, his heart, and his mind. He's still out there. We're going to be bringing him on soon, too. Still doing his thing because he wants better for the community around him. He doesn't care about, I'm in a red district, I'm in a blue district, I'm in a red state, I'm in a blue state, or any of that other bullshit. It was common sense, wanting to lift up the people that are next to you, whether they love you or hate you. When you do it for the right reasons, when you actually give a shit enough to stand for those who maybe wouldn't even stand for you, and you can't blame them. They look at you and say, well, you have something I don't have, so I hate you. You got to understand where some of that may come from. You have to be bigger than that and say, I still want to help you. And in turn, you're going to help me. Not by achieving elected office, by making me a better person, more versed, more open-minded, more understanding. That's what we need. I don't give a fuck if you're a communist, socialist, fucking conservative, liberal, whatever you are. That means nothing. What matters to me are those who are willing to go out and help others that fucking want to achieve more in their lives, because you could achieve more by actually engaging with these people, but not just because it's opportune when nobody's watching. The shit that you do when it's not for a reason other than trying to perform a common good. And it's not a good for a person, it's a good for a community. That's how we start to achieve something better than what the fuck we've had. I could sit here and I could bitch and moan and whine and complain and say the same things over and over again ad nauseum, but I am a person of action. I'm a person who will live and die for what I say because it's what I believe in. I'm not putting on a front. Ask Elias, ask anybody who has spoken to me outside of this shit. I'm the same person. I'm not very social, but I'm the same fucking person. Because I don't put on a facade. We need more people that don't have the time or the patience to pretend to be something they're not because they're struggling every single day. They matter too. It's not, I see you as less than. I see you as less than me because you're black or you're white. You're light. I'm gonna fuck that up. You're white, so you're my enemy. You're black, you're less than me. You know, people see color, they see race, they see class, they see where they live. You know how many poor people I knew living in fucking Sacramento? How many poor people I knew living in Vallejo? How many poor people living in Chicago? Right? Oh, they live in a high class neighborhood, so they must be. No. You see, it doesn't fucking matter how you label us. People are fucking people. And God damn it, it's time to focus on the hundreds of millions of people that aren't actively engaged in politics, because politics doesn't give a fuck about you and you don't give a fuck about it, but it's going to use you and it's going to abuse you and it's going to fuck you and it's going to hurt you and it's going to bury you and control you and manipulate you. And when you realize that the time comes when we have to stand up against it and actually fight back against it and unite and overwhelm them with the force of nature of fucking unity, that we begin to take back control. And it's not going to be easy. People always like to ask, oh, what's your plan? What's your plan? My plan is to do exactly what I've been doing since 2007, fighting for something more than myself because I fucking believe in it. And I don't care, as I said, if we have millions or we have 10, it doesn't matter. As long as you're doing right and you're doing something, then you're actually trying to contribute and better the environment and world around you. I don't find anything fucking wrong in that. And I'm sorry, I'm somebody that will say fuck you to a governor, fuck you to a president, fuck you to a senator, fuck you to a congressperson, because you work for us, not the other way around. You are fucking enriched and we are your fucking slaves. We are slaves of a fucking system. We are fucking slaves of a system. I am long-winded. We are all equally slaves of a system, of a class that doesn't give a fuck about us, but uses us and gets rich off of our sickness, off of our poverty, off of our struggle. And we could sit here and we could say that we're victims, give us more, make our lives better. Or we could say, fuck you. Nobody's going to get our power back. We're going to take it. We're going to take what we want because we're going to fight for it. And we're going to rise above your bullshit. We should not be letting less than 1,000 people in one fucking occupied territory within this country tell us how we can live and how we could breathe and how we can fucking just go about our day to day. They do not control us. They have every resource available to shut us down, to lock us down, to take away this, to take away that. I know. I've lost jobs. I've lost relationships. I've lost friends. I've lost a lot of shit by being an activist. And you know what? It's worth it. When you're fighting for a common good, it's worth it. The question is that you have to ask yourself is, are you willing to stand up and actually be more than just a thought? More than just the shit you say to friends behind closed doors. Are you willing to stand for something and act? That's why I love the V for Vendetta movie, right? There's deeper meanings in there. But I love that fucking movie. And shout out to TJ the Prodigy. Appreciate that, brother. And TJ the Prodigy, welcome, of course, to the VOP family. Happy to have you here. Yes. Stand for something or stand for nothing. Stand for something or die for nothing, right? You have to make the conscious decision that we are not what they need us to be. We are not. Yo, what's up, Pipple? Thank you. Appreciate that. We do not have to be slaves to any system because the system has failed us continuously. We have the power if we're willing to actually stand up and take it back and stop letting these sons of bitches shut us down, silence us, and we have to stop silencing ourselves. We are better than this. We are better than that. We're better than where we are right now. Fuck the establishment class. Fuck the technocracy. They think they control us because we allow ourselves to be controlled by them. Stop. Stop. We're more than this. We're better than this. And I promise you, exactly, this system is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Control, manipulate, and absolutely oppress and suppress. When you realize that you're not defined by a label, when you realize that you're not defined by a race, when you realize you're not defined by a party affiliation, any of this bullshit, and you realize you're a fucking human being with power, and you can stand up against the oppressive fucks that have no ideology other than self-servant. Blah, blah. I can't say the word right. I know what I want to say, and I can't say it. They're self-serving. They get rich off of our suffering. All of them. All of them. Stop with the pre-designed fucking falling in line notion of I have to hate this person, not like this person. I see color, I see this, I see that. No. See the power in yourself and realize that we have something that they don't. We still have fucking souls. We still have a heart. We still have passion. We still have conviction. We have fucking meaning. We're bigger than what they tell us we are. And it's up to us to live up to our own standards, live up to our own fucking values, our morals, and fucking join together. It can be done. And it's not going to be easy. And it's not a quick solution. But we can do it. Stop taking the fucking poison pill that they're feeding us. Stop allowing yourselves to be subjected and subjugated to all the bullshit, all the control mechanisms. As I always say with censorship, the biggest people to censor us are ourselves. When we hold back what we want to say and how we want to put it out, because of fear of retaliation or offending somebody, do not censor yourself. Speak your truth. Speak your passion. Speak your heart. Stand for what you believe in. Fuck them. They're attacking us right now. Right now. Blacklisting us from YouTube, blacklisting us from Twitter. They're taking us away. We could talk about it. We could laugh about it. We could be inspired by it and just keep going harder. It's not the end of the world. Not everybody can start their own network. We did. Okay. I want to bring other people in that want that same thing, that have that same end game, that want that bastion of free speech, that want a place where they feel like they can speak up and they're not going to be subjugated to bullshit attacks and labeling and horse shit. No. Here, with what we're doing and what we're going to inevitably take back to the streets, is you belong. If you are fearless enough to stand up for yourself, for your families, for your community, you belong. And just because I may be a more conservative person, I don't care who's standing next to me, because if you're brave enough to stand next to me, not behind, right? The whole lead, follow, get out of the way. You stand next to me, we're united in our conviction. And we're united in our passion. And united in our belief that we are more than what they tell us we are. And we are not each other's enemies. The real enemies get off over that. The real enemies love that. Do we continue to give them the victory? Do we continue to give them the pass? Do we continue to allow them to control us? Or do we start taking back control our own damn way? That's the question you have to ask yourselves. Because I, for one, no matter what I'm going through right now in my real world, in my real life, real world, I'm going through some medical shit, right? Why? Because of legitimate medical malpractice, medical fucking, fake ass fucking diagnoses and shit like that. I'm still working. I'm still doing what I need to do, because you can't succumb. You can't make an excuse for it. You get motivated by that which holds you down, whatever it may be, whether it's your son, your daughter, your brother, your friend, it doesn't matter.
Elias spoke about this. He spoke about this very well last night. Classism is another tool they've used to such great extent to literally think less of communities, think less of certain areas, because all the people there, they must like where they're at. They must like living in those conditions. And that's the stereotype you put in your mind and you don't see past it. Overcome your own biases. Overcome your own preconceived notions and realize that we're all fucking connected. We all have shit in common and we all want better. And honestly, some of the best people in the world that I know are broke ass nothings just like me. And that makes them fucking millionaires in my eyes, because they have a sense of family, friends, morals, and convictions. And they didn't allow the environment to control them and to own them. They rose above it and lived their lives. Every day lived their lives, work, survive, take care of their families, create actual loving environments in the worst possible situations. They don't roll over and fucking die. They want better, and they're willing to fight for better, and they're willing to work for better. It's about time we start honoring and appreciating and respecting and standing with those people, because we all have those same convictions. It's when we become passive, it's when we become complacent, that we are giving in to the system that fucking hates us. It's when we censor ourselves that we give in to the overlords that control us. It's when we surrender who we are to go along to get along that we have failed ourselves first and foremost. Not just our families, not just those who've come before us. We failed ourselves. I don't know about you. I don't want to live a life where I'm constantly feeling that sense of failure inside. I want to live a life where I'm going to keep fighting regardless and never give up and try to lift up and take away so many of the things that we hold near and dear. I want to lift people up. And Pitbull said it, yeah, well, gas is just a tool. Gas is a tool. We get OPEC richer, make up for the money they lost, because we could celebrate that, we broke our dependence on American oil. Wow, that's something to be real proud of. It's a fucking piece of shit in the White House. But you see, they want to force, they want to control, they want to limit how we drive and how we go to work and what we do and everywhere. It's just another form of control. And that's what I mean. This is a higher level thing. I know the enemies that we're all against, and it's the same enemies. The ones who are oblivious and the ones who see it and the ones in the middle, we have the same entities that don't give a shit about us and want us all under the same control, under the same grasp of the iron fist, if you will. They don't care. They don't care about us. We are tools for them. We are useful idiots for them. We can be bigger than that, and we have to be. And you're right. Pitbull says in the chat room, we have the Rhino Republicans that need to go. Exactly. There needs to be a purging. Political sides, you know what I want? I want a fucking people party. I want people that actually stand up and speak truth, and they don't even have a fucking affiliation anymore. The Republicans, it's I'm not going to go into this. I know I'm all about the long diatribes. And I've literally been basically spitballing here for the last however long. And also I know the show's going to end soon, but it sickens me. That's about accurate. 3 to 4 good Republicans in there. Yeah. It sickens me when the Republicans can't speak to their party's history, and they actually spitball. Yeah. They actually have something they can speak to historically, and they don't, because they don't know it and they don't care and they don't believe. They don't subscribe to that shit. It's sickening. Rhinos, aka the Uniparty, the fucking right-left combination, they're one and the same, and we're all expendable. We'll always be expendable of them. And when we stop blindly giving in and giving our time and attention and our focus and our votes, not that votes matter, or our campaign, our energy, or whatever it is, for these lying, disgusting pieces of shit that go out there and focus group what it is good to say to this community. You know, how many more Hillarys do we have out there putting hot sauce in her fucking pocketbook when she's going down south? Sickening bitch. Or how many dumbass fucking Republicans that get their southern drawl when they're speaking to a certain dynamic, and I can't tolerate it. I can't stand the fakeness, the facade, the bullshit. I can't stand the ones that expect us, especially after what has happened in our recent history, expect us to turn a blind eye to it. They still think and expect us to be that dumb, that naive. And that's what aggravates me more than anything else. Despite what they're doing in ruining our fucking country, or further down the shitter, if you will. Because America, as far as I'm concerned, independence and freedom in this country died about 4 or 5 years after the revolution. But I digress. We've strayed so far from what we could be that all we do is go into this vicious cycle and repeat constantly over and over and over again. The virtuous ones telling us how we need to feel and how we need to think and how we need to vote. It's disgusting. They speak down to us. It's far time that we show them the power that we have. And I'm not advocating violence. I'm advocating strength in numbers. Because, God damn it, London has the right idea. Germany has the right idea. Brazil. I could go down this list all damn day. Of all these countries where people are standing together and actually standing against the fucking same oppressors that we have here. We need to find our fucking courage again. We need to find our balls. Men and women in this country have true strength, true perseverance. But they've told you for so long that it's wrong, that it's bad to stand up against the system, that we have to go along with the system or be a part of it and change it from the inside. No. It's braver to stand up against it and call it what it is and work to destroy the system that is. Let us decide how to pick up the pieces and do it over. Let us decide. Give us back the power that we never should have had taken from us, that I would contest that we never even really had. It's time for us to find it. And it's there. And we can do it. If we're willing to freaking lift ourselves up and do it for the right reasons. It can be done. And I know this is a long-ass diatribe. I know. But I'm not going to apologize for it because I feel like I'm just speaking from the heart, and it's been a while. And Pitbull, you're talking about the CIA. Well, the CIA has been the greatest front for terror this world has ever seen all across the world. That includes our FBI. But you go ahead, FBI. You go target those fucking 80-year-old women holding American flags of the nation capital on a certain day in January. Yeah, you go after them. And go after them. Don't let those fucking spies from China and shit like that in our government driving our politicians. Don't go after them. No. You got to go after grandma with the flag. Fucking disgust me. You have failed this country. You have failed the rule of law, which I don't even think you actually understand. And remember, we always get those people that say it's not the rank and file, it's the upper echelon. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. That's That's why JFK was brave enough to fucking say it and call it out. And he gave his life for it. Like I said, it's the last, I guess, quote unquote Democrat that I actually respect. But he was on to something. That was in the 60s. Eisenhower in his farewell address in the early 50s, he was warning you. It's been in place forever. Fuck them. We come together. We take back the strength that we have inside of us already, instilled in us. Confront these bastards head on. Show them power in numbers and power and freedom and the righteousness of being unafraid. That's what we need. And I know I've been talking and I went over. I said that it's going to be done by 11, but I went longer than I expected.
Ain't nobody offended. You could go for another hour. People would still tune in.
Yeah, I know. I want to subject people to that, though. I think I've said what I needed to say. But I have no apologies. And I could have yelled more because I have more rants inside of me. But I've definitely said what I needed to say for tonight. And believe me, you're going to see a lot more content coming, a lot more shows, and we're going to elaborate off this shit. Because the more they attack people who actually support and defend true freedoms, the more inspired I get and the harder I will fight. And I know that is the same for all of us. So that spirit of true liberty, libertad, if you will, we all have it. And it's far time that we start to realize that and put it to fucking work. That's all I'm saying. So, thank you to everybody that joined us. And Coin, well, you know what? We'll do a show sometime in the very near future, maybe. Because it would be fun to get together again and actually talk some shit. I think that would be a good time. So we'll try to plan that out if we could. And hey, I'm not hopping off. We've been going on. Well, we've been running since 7 p.m. tonight. We did 2 shows back to back. That's even better. Say no on Thursdays and be a part of the freaking big show. That's what we need, bro. Need more people. I like to change it up. It's important what we do here. All of our shows are important, though. They all serve a purpose. And I honestly appreciate all of you for tuning into all the shows and sharing them and dealing with the new age of censorship and the new real-time censorship like you saw tonight. Even when Ace created a new Twitter account and it got suspended and blocked within 5 minutes. Understand it's real. Understand they're coming after everybody who speaks about power and unity and breaking the shit that divides us. So thank you. Ace, thank you. Elias, thank you. NCJC from earlier, thank you. Logan, appreciate you. Wolf, I appreciate you. VWE who joined us. Everybody, thank you. And to all of you who are listening all over the world, thank you as well. Please share. Again, the Twitter we're using right now is at Dan Smariglio. We'll have more Twitter accounts up in spite of them constantly censoring us in real time. The new YouTube channel, VOP USA Radio Network. We'll try to find links and share it. But follow us and stay with us. Yeah, VO_petty on Twitter. That's a new one. But that's already being timed out for 11 hours. So again, I appreciate you all, and we will talk again soon. And it's been fun.
You've been listening to the Voice of the People USA Radio Network, where free speech thrives and political correctness dies. Guaranteed to make testicles larger, more beautiful, deeper. The world is whacked out of its mind, and we give you funny, blunt, raw, and explicit opinions. We do hope you enjoyed the show. You can find more at www.vopusaradio.com, on Twitter and Twitch at VOP USA Radio, on YouTube at Voice of the People USA Radio, on DLive, Periscope, Facebook, Voice of the People USA Radio fan and group page. Remember, we're live 24/7 on www.vopusaradio.com. This is where censorship comes to die, and all voices and opinions are welcome here.